Last weekend, I ran the Emerald Isle Marathon in Emerald Isle, North Carolina as one of my long runs, and I ended up actually winning the race. I came in first place with a time of 2 hours, 39 minutes, and I believe 55 seconds, so just under that 2:40 mark. My name is Rob Mazzanti. I am a 2:28 marathon runner, and I'm currently documenting my build into the Richmond Marathon in just a couple weeks here. We just finished up week 11 of a total of 14. The Richmond Marathon is on November 16th. It's on a Saturday here in Richmond, Virginia. So, like I mentioned, last weekend I ran the Emerald Isle Marathon. This was actually my biggest long run of the block. On my schedule, I had something between 24 and 26 miles. And rather than just go to the same place that I'd always go to, run a marathon or run a long distance that essentially was a marathon, I thought that it'd be a good idea to put a marathon on the books. Actually, it was a great way to practice some nutrition, fueling, and just kind of go through all the motions, see how my body's feeling, and then also just break up the monotony, right? So chose Emerald Isle for a few reasons. One, it was a chance to get out to the beach during off season, so we ended up with great weather. Maybe less so for running, at least racing, but it was beautiful weather overall, between 60 and 80 degrees, so late October, that's hard to beat. Off season, so the beach was nice and empty. My fiance and I had a good time spending a little time, doing some things that are outside of our normal routine. We're also just getting some work done in our house, and it's kind of a mess right now, so it's nice to get away for some quiet and some downtime. So it worked out really well, and then the race went, exceedingly well. So I started off the race, and I'll break this down a little earlier or a little bit later, so I'll try to be brief here. But the race itself, I went out and did 18 miles steady. I ran with another runner, Chris. So we locked in kind of low sixes, right around 6:15 pace. And then at 18 miles, I dropped it down to about 5:35 average for 6 miles. And then last two, back to 6 minutes, so more of a steady pace to finish it out, which brought me at 2:39. And like I said, that won the race. So for me, this is really exciting. Again, this isn't a goal race, but you can never take a marathon for granted. I had a great time, really enjoyed especially those first 18 miles where you're working, but I felt really good. I felt comfortable. My heart rate was relatively low and was able just to really enjoy the race and the environment. And this was my first time winning a marathon. So this was a big memory and for me, a nice personal achievement, something I'm really proud of, just especially kind of given, kind of where I started just 2 years ago. So breaking the tape is an awesome feeling. And then during the award ceremony, of course, I got my medal for racing, and then also for first overall, along with age categories. They also gave out these Emerald Isle 2024 glasses as well. So nice way to kind of have something to hold on to. Good memory from the race, and really happy with how that went. It was a good race, but again, kind of in the bigger picture, allowed me to stack a big long run, test out some things, and hopefully feel or just get that much closer to hitting my goal time or performing my best in Richmond in a few weeks. Briefly, I'll walk through this week, so I'll try to keep it short here, so stay with me. But last week, so week 11 of the build, I totaled 116 miles on the week. I did the hill workout and a double on Monday, 2 easy runs, one in the morning, one in the evening on Tuesday for about 15 miles. Wednesday was a big workout. I'll walk you through that one here shortly. Thursday, another double, 10 miles in the morning, 4 in the evening. Friday was the travel day. Got to Emerald Isle about lunchtime. I ran 8.5 miles. Later on the day, that evening, did another 5 miles with shakeout and some strides. And then on marathon day, I did a 3-mile warm-up, and then of course ran 26 miles for 29 miles on the week. But kind of given how the week played out, that 7-day period from the marathon to the previous Sunday and my last long run, that actually totaled 140 miles for that 7-day period, which is the highest I've ever been by quite a large amount. So even though weekly total volume, Saturday to Sunday was 116, looking at marathon day and before was 140. And I wanted to do that purposefully So that was running that marathon, the Emerald Isle Marathon, on more tired legs. I didn't want to feel fresh. I wanted to see if I could push a little bit more on more fatigued legs. So I was definitely able to do that with 140 miles over that 7-day period. And then Sunday I took complete day off, which I haven't done in a while, so it was nice. It was a travel day as well, but my body honestly felt pretty good. There's a little bit of stiffness and soreness in actually my left ankle, but my legs actually felt really good, and which is encouraging. So hopefully recovery will be quick and then get right back to training for week 12, leading up to the marathon. It's a couple more workouts before start the taper process. But with that, I will go ahead and walk you through both my workout on Wednesday. It was a good one, something a little shorter with some speed, so I'll take you through that. And then also take you through race day, or race weekend really. Just finished about 3-mile jog warm up to the track, and today's workout is 12 by 800 meters at about 5K to 10K pace, somewhere between there, with 90-second rest in between each one of the intervals. After the 12 800s, we'll get into some strides. So we'll have 8 30-second strides where we're trying to hit sub 5K pace with a 30-second just easy jog recovery in between. And then about a 2-mile jog back home. So should put me somewhere around 14 miles on the day, with 6 of those miles, maybe 7, when you add in the strides, close to that 5K, 10K pace, moving at some faster speeds. So this will be really the only big workout of the week ahead of Emerald Isle on Saturday. So it's fun. Haven't been on the track actually in a few weeks. So looking forward to getting back out here, turning legs over quickly, and getting into just locking into a nice rhythm. All right, 7 reps done. Feeling pretty good, going a little faster than intended, hitting splits in about 225, which is a 450 pace. But it's a track, so you get a little extra bounce and controlled conditions. So, it feels good to be moving this quick, but we'll see how I feel. The legs are starting to get a little heavy. I think it's from the volume the last few days. Had some big mileage on Sunday and Monday. So the last 5 will be the real test, but keep on pushing, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so just finished up the workout. I was able to hit those last few splits on the 800s on target pace, hitting 225, so 450 pace. They were tough. I had to really push, so the last 2, the 11th and 12th rep were difficult, and had to dig deep to hit those splits. And then the 30-second strides at the end were pretty tough too, but made it a bit of a challenge, and just tried to see if I could hit about a 430 pace or sub 430 for each one, and just challenge myself with each one to see if I could hit it for the next one. And I was able to just duck underneath that for the 8 total strides, and let it really go on the last one. So it was fun. The nice part about the track workout is building in the rest. I've been doing more long tempo workouts, so just longer sustained efforts. It was really nice to work hard, for 2 or 3 minutes, and then to be able to just to have full rest and recovery. So definitely appreciated that in the build. But it was good to get the legs turning over, doing something a little bit faster ahead of the race this weekend. So just a couple days of easy running, try to let my body recover as much as I can, and then getting ready for a big day on Saturday. Saturday morning, or Friday morning, day ahead, getting started on our trip to Emerald Isle for the Emerald Isle Marathon. We got started early, left the house around 5 o'clock, try to get in enough time to work, settle in, shake out run, packet pickup, and final preparations for long run / marathon. All right, so it is Friday afternoon. I just finished up an 8.5-mile run along part of the Emerald Isle Marathon course. It was good. It's a really flat course. There's some sunny and shaded parts. And then now I'm fueling up. So I got an acai bowl and some toast with some fruit and honey on it. So getting some carbs in, just some healthy, like delicious food. And then we will go back, relax most of the afternoon, got a little work to do. And then we have dinner, and I'll do a light shakeout, probably about 2 miles, maybe 3 miles, really just kind of doing some strides, loosening everything up. And then early bedtime. Race start, I believe, is at 7 in the morning, so probably gonna plan to get up around 4 in the morning to have plenty of time to eat. Get nutrition in, digest, warm up, go through some mobility drills, exercises, and then get started in time. Plenty of time to get to the starting line and get things going. So. So just about mile 3, maintaining about a 6:15 pace. Went out a little hot in the beginning, 6 flat, but a little bit of adrenaline, dialed that back in pretty quickly, but comfortably in the lead. And yeah, starting to get some light out. It's pretty, but things are going well so far.
Go, Rob! Looking good.
Great race. You're leaving me the honor of looking tired. I'll feel it, don't worry.
All right, great race. Executed as I wanted. 6:15s for 18 miles. Dropped down to 5:30-ish for 6 miles and jogged the last 2 in around 6. So overall felt good. There was a little headwind at last 6 or so, but otherwise I felt good and overall great run. Looking forward to relaxing the rest of the weekend. And just set the course record even better. Awesome. So, great day then.
With week 11 in the books, this next week will be will actually be just kind of the beginning of the taper period. So like I said, last week was 116 total miles. This week will be closer to 100. Again, just kind of keeping that open depending on how my body feels. I will actually be racing again this weekend, which is another reason why I decided to take Sunday off as a rest day. I did a double on Monday, did 9 miles in the morning, 6 miles in the evening for 15. And honestly, I had almost no fatigue in the legs. They felt really good. It's Tuesday morning when I'm recording this, and I'll do a hill workout later today, another workout later this week, and then on Sunday, I'll be heading down to Raleigh, North Carolina to race the City of Oaks half marathon. I got an elite entry for that, and still contemplating what the goal will be, whether that is to go out at marathon pace around a 5:30, or do I want to go for a more aggressive race and try to hit half marathon paces, something closer to 5:15. I think the hill workout today, and more importantly, probably the speed workout that I'm doing on Thursday, will determine kind of how my body feels and how aggressive I'll go out on Sunday. But either way there, I'd like to see something on the podium, a top 3 finish. And, ideally, if I can go out there and run hard, there is a bit of elevation, but maybe I could maybe snag another win, or like I said, at least a podium. So we'll see, just kind of see how I'll take this week day by day. Making sure that, again, although I want to race well this weekend in Raleigh, I do want to make sure I'm keeping the bigger goal in mind and making sure that I'm preparing as well as I can for the Richmond Marathon in a couple weeks here. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated on how the rest of this week goes, and update you heading into Raleigh, into the City of Oaks half.